Joe Kitchens, you now have an opportunity to ask Joe Majeski anything you would like to ask.
Okay, you have made a point of saying that you are nonpartisan, that you will take the best ideas from both parties. Give me an example of an issue where you think the Republicans are right and Mary Burke is wrong.
To tell you the truth, Joel, I don't know Mary Burke's positions that well. But I will try to think of where the Republicans are right and Mary Burke's position is wrong. You got me stumped. You really do. I don't really know a position where Mary Burke is obviously very pro-growth. I think she's has very strong positions on individual rights and personal rights. I think she has very strong positions on women's health care. Governor Walker is clearly against those positions. I have to go really in-depth on her positions and Governor Walker's positions to see specifically where they differ on that. But yeah, you got me stumped on that one. I can't think of anything in terms of where I would necessarily align with Governor Walker and not align with Mary Burke.
Joe Majeski, you can now ask Joel Kitchens anything you would like to ask him.
Well, this is an education question, but it's also an economic question. As we had mentioned, and we disagree, the Wisconsin economy is not doing as well as the surrounding Midwest states, and tax revenues are not coming in nearly as what we had hoped and expected to do, leading to a $1.8 billion deficit. Taking a look at education, we've taken a number, billions of dollars out of education right now, out of our public schools. And amazingly, our current legislators have continued to funnel money to voucher schools and the voucher school tax program. In fact, we've paid $139 million to voucher schools that have since closed, a waste of money. And now Republicans want to expand the voucher program, which have proven consistently not to be reliable, and to the tune of the expansion across the state of $700 million. Now, Joel, you've said that the voucher schools, you're not sure. You would look at it very carefully down in Madison. The voucher schools have been studied for years. You've had months to take a look at the voucher school system. My question is pretty simple. Do you support continuing to spend hard-earned tax dollars on unproven, tax-subsidized business voucher schools, which would probably grow our current deficit? Or do you support returning these dollars to our public schools, such as Sturgeon Bay, to lower property taxes?
I think we answered most of that question. As far as a $1.8 billion deficit, that's simply not true. That was an estimate based on zero growth and zero reductions in our budget. We've averaged a 2.9% growth over the last 5 years. If we grow at 2.9% this year, as we certainly should expect to, we'll have a $535 million surplus. So we do not have a budget. That's just a garbage figure. I think I answered those questions before. I agree with you. I think that money was wasted on the schools that closed down. I think that they jumped into the voucher system too quickly and didn't have the accountability in place of those schools that they allowed to participate in that. As I've said, I support it in Milwaukee. I want to be very careful about how we expand it beyond that, and I certainly think any school that takes voucher money should be accountable and should be held to the same standards that we are. And of course, I would prefer to see that money go to school systems like Sturgeon Bay and the public school systems, but rather than that.